Hi everybody, welcome to another Csec Cxc Geography Made Simple. This is your teacher Raleigh. Thank you for joining. Today we'll be looking at soils, and our title we're going to be looking at soil conservation. We're going to be looking at the importance of soil conservation, installing Gabbion basket along a river channel. What is a Gabbion basket? What is soil conservation? What is soil erosion? I will actually take you through all of that. So the aim is to discover what is soil erosion, right? It say why soil conservation is important, and the effectiveness of Gabbion basket as a soil conservation measure. Okay, so I am at Gutters. I'm at Gutters in St. Catherine. Right before we reach Olawa, and there's a river that's being worked on, river channel, and workmen are actually outlaying a section with Gabbion baskets, right? So today's task we're going to be looking at Gabbion basket, how it works, how it is installed, and the purpose. Okay, before we're going to be looking at that, we're going to be looking at what is soil erosion. Now, soil erosion is removal of soil as a result of exposure to the elements, right? These elements can be wind, water, that comes from surface water, or rain, right? So it can be but purposeful, or it can be not intentional. Also, erosion can occur as a result of snow, as a result of plant, and as a result of human activity and animal activity. Okay, so here we are in the river channel, and the tractor actually placed this mound of dirt in the river channel because it needed space to actually divert the water from a section of the river bank, in particular, so that workmen can practically do some work. Now, over on this side, you see some workmen on top of some stones, and these stones are in aluminum mesh like space. I'm going to be showing you shortly what they look like, what the mesh thing look like before, or should I say, the basket looks like before the stone is packed. Right now, as you can see, it is being done right beside this we call it the river bank, right? The tractor actually carved out a section of the river bank, making it easier for the Gabbion baskets to be installed. Now, along this river channel, is probably about 500 yards, there is a curve, right, that actually in spades, or when the river have a lot of water in it and it's turning the corner, it's carrying a lot of debris, and it's going to turn the corner with a force, and the siding of the river bank is going to be eroded as a result of the speed in which the water is coming around the that space, right? So what the authorities are actually doing is actually installing Gabbion basket. And what are Gabbion baskets? Now, Gabbion baskets are a mechanism that is used so as to preserve, or should I say, so as to, a Gabbion basket is used so as to preserve the sidings, or should I say, the sides of a river channel, right? It's used to protect the soil, or it doesn't necessarily have to be in the river channel. It can be at the side of a mountain, for example, on the highway. You see this there, they build a rocky space with which is engulfed with, should I say, it's the rocks are placed into a metal like box, and it is placed at the side of the Mount Russell, as sometimes what will happen is that you have mounds of dirt actually sliding into the highway. So therefore, in protection of the passers by, the motor vehicles, they actually install some Gabbion baskets along that side. Okay, but right now we're looking at the river channel. Now Gabbion baskets, right, are the main objective is to control landslides, right, roadways, erosion, the scoring of river banks, during floods or during high velocity. Now, and also river streams and prevent waterlogged areas from further damage, right? So here you have the the river channel being laden with Gabbion basket on one side, and you might be wondering, is there plans for Gabbion basket to be on the both side? Normally Gabbion baskets are placed on the side that will have most wear and tear, right? Because what happens is that when as the water actually turns the corner upstream, you will see that in a bit, right? It comes around with a force, and because it's coming around with a force over onto the other side, where you find that the wearing away of the banks on that side tend to be more than the wearing away of the banks on this side. Now the tractor actually made a little space for the water to actually run along this side of the river while the men actually work, right? It is unclear as to whether or not Gabbion basket will be placed on this side of the river. However, if it is that they are going to be placing Gabbion on this side, just like they are placed on this side, um the basket will not be one too high, like on this side, and I don't think it will be as long as it's intended for on this side. Now Gabbion baskets are practically I call it now. I'm gonna be sharing it with you a little bit how they look, right? But they are made up of stones and like a metal basket itself. And these stones, they don't have any lubricant or any adhesive. They just placed alongside, and the weight of the stones, guarded by the mesh like basket like, help to position this the Gabbion basket where it's at, and it's as if it doesn't move regardless of the pressure or the velocity of the water as it flows downstream. Now all along here, you will have Gabbion basket being placed, because as I said before, there's a corner somewhere up there, right? Let me see if I can make my way up to the curb section of the river. Now there was a huge D9, I don't know, D9 or D7 tractor that actually dug and placed dirt in here, as I said before, so that it actually assists the workmen. Yeah, this is a corner. Yeah, this is a corner, right? It looks so smooth, gently flowing now, right? Whenever rain do fall a lot, the entire area. Oh, here's the corner. The corner is a little bit more up there, that side, yeah. Right? So whenever the rain do fall, what will happen is that the water will actually be traveling at a high speed around the corner, around the bend, and it actually wear away the sidings right there, and up at the top of the river bank are individuals' property. Down further down the river stream, you will see a bridge. Now if the river is allowed to wear away the sidings of the river bank, what will happen is that after a while the 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 roadway will be damaged, one, and two, the river will be will compromise the bridge, thus not allowing the water, thus not allowing the water to flow only through the bridge cavern, but all over, destroying the bridge eventually, right? So the Gabbion basket is placed there so as to prevent further soil erosion of the banks and to contain the water to a given space so that it flows as how it's being directed, right? As I said before, above the river, you have a roadway, and continuous erosion of the sidings will actually impede traffic and the flow of normal commerce and daily activity of individuals within this given space, right? So here is just a outlay of the Gabbion basket. Now this is what the basket looks like before the stone is actually placed in it. Now they come flat, about 1 inch, and then the men will actually use the wire, a fine wire, to actually wrap around the edge, so they would bring it up. So it's like it's it is shaped like a cardboard box, and if you know a cardboard box, it's flattened out, and when it's ready to be used, it's actually folded to the size, and it's just packed. It's just really neat, right? I'm sorry, I never got image, or should I say video, of it being being built that way. Okay, on the other side of the bridge, the water flow is a little bit gentle. The channel is a little bit, what you call it now, the channel is a little bit more, I would say, gentle. Yeah. So as a result of that, Gabbion is not necessarily needed here, because there's no sudden turn or evidence of the river damaging, or should I say eroding, the banks, right? Now the objective of this share is to share with you the fact that soil conservation, which is the preservation of soil from being eroded, by, as I said before, by plants, animal, ice, humans, river channel. It's soil conservation, right? um Comes in many different ways, and I'm going to be sharing with you another share in a few bit, where I be looking at a farmer that does farming nearby here, and the measures that he put in place so as to ensure that the soil on his farm is preserved, right? Thank you very much for stopping by. I hope that this video was of insightful. um yeah, I hope that this video was insightful and informative to you. Do have a wonderful day. Bye bye for now. Peace out.